各位空中好朋友，大家好，我是张克忠张医师，真欢迎咱今日各地健康医学，即只要甲大家来讲一个题目，叫做对医学史来看武汉的肺炎，从医学史来看武汉的肺炎。今日张医师要用这个电脑顶头的图片要甲大家来看讲伫医学上安怎演变走今仔医学，走我都知影讲，医学是啥？今仔日哪会较侪人还会惊？甲以前瘟疫会惊，是有啥物不共款吗？咱今日要探讨这较特别的是，因为今仔日有一寡医学生无得上课，所以因需要通过这个影片佮视讯你甲因上课，内底有真侪外国学生所以真歹势今仔日要用真侪英语在遮讲咱有机会再个用台语个读给大家来个讲一摆咱即摆先用英语甲大家来分享。Today, I will use English to tell us the medical history. The medical history lets us understand why today we are afraid of Wuhan's pneumonia. That's some reason from the beginning of the medicine. You can see this picture. This picture is the beginning of the art painting in a cave. The so-called shepherd boy drew this picture, and this picture shows a buffalo had some difficulty of delivery. So this picture shows the shepherd boy used something such as a knife to cut the buffalo's abdomen. So in the history of the art, it was said this is the first cesarean section of a human being to do in the animal. Cesarean section, we said, open the abdomen to take out the baby. You see this picture. Is it just the same as the artists say? I use close-up picture, show you. You can see the buffalo is very angry. His horn is directly to the shepherd boy. It means the shepherd boy could be killed by this buffalo. Not he used some instrument to operate the abdomen of the buffalo. It is not true. It is only artists saying, but in our opinion, I'm a doctor. I see this boy. He is dead. Why? Because you see, the penis was erected. When somebody died, the penis were engorged of the blood during 1 day or 2 days. So this picture shows in Taiwanese, we say one person is dead. We said in Mandarin, 有人翘辫子. 翘辫子 means the penis erected. You see this picture. the penis really erected. So suppose this shepherd boy was killed by the angry buffalo, not do the operation. We call the cesarean C-section, cesarean section, operation delivery the baby. So it means the artist can explain any picture by himself, but in doctor's opinion, we don't agree that. Next picture tell you in the beginning of the medicine, we always obey the myth, the God, the ghost, etc. Because we don't know what is disease. We don't know what is disease, so we are very afraid of. But in ancient Egypt, mummy, the mummy means at that age, it is a kind of a pharmacist product. Egypt follow need their body and soul go permanent, eternal, but it's not impossible. So they must use the doctor in that period. It's about 7,000 years ago to do a good medicine treatment to the dead body because they believe someday the soul will come back. Then human being must have a good shape of the body. So order the doctors to do this stupid work. Of course, doctor must obey. So they did the mummy, use some medicine. I think it's something called arsenic. That chemical can kill any bacteria. So the corpse, the body, staying for that several thousand years till now. But actually, it's very ugly because we see the museum. You can see the mummy covered some clothes. The clothes tanked by the chemical, so covered the corpse, the body. It will not decay. But is it can alive when the soul come back? Of course, it is not impossible, but they believe that. They do the mummy, must take out all the organs from the body. They know if you don't take these organs, then the organs will destroy first. It will cause some air formation and then some explosion of the body. So when you take all of the person's organs, then is this a human being? No, it of course not. Even better than a dead body. Usually, dead body contain anything in the organs inside the body, but when the mummy doctors take out all the organs, it is left some flesh only. No any person like. That's the problem. But they obey this. The belief is this. So we just let it go. They do the mummy working in such a kitchen, look like kitchen. And when the empire or some princess dead, they put in the coffin. The coffin is made by their technique worker. The serving person is dressed like well dressed. It is very close to the coffin. And somebody wear these clothes, the skin color is brown. It means maybe India people, not the white people, not very honored person. They are black, but not really black. The really black one is far from the coffin. You see, African people, maybe they're slave. It wear the tiger or something's skin. It is not so close to the empire or the princess. And in the war, they draw some picture. That picture shows the dead person's success, such as, oh, they have enough power to control many countries, or they have a very wisdom plan, or they are very, very rich, etc. When a powered person died, they can put in this beautiful coffin, but inside is mummy. That's aged medicine, old aged medicine. This paper from glass. They write something in the glass. It is from India. The India people still have a very vast population. You see, they write down the phrase. It means obey your ancestor treatment, even death, no punishment. It let the India people use the herb medicine, help them not kill some germ, some bacteria, virus, but let your immune system good. So their immune system can against the disease that the population, even today's India, is might be the second greatest number in the world, only less than China. That's glass code. Give the doctor obey the ancestor treatment. You just use that prescription, then everything okay. But actually, there's some reason. It is, we can say, reasonable. This picture shows the beginning flood in the world. Of course, it is a history in the Bible. So Bible tells everybody must obey the God. In the Empire Age, the Greek, they have a Babylon castle. The Babylon castle has some creature. We say that it is a technique product. Some brick can use the high temperature to get some art picture. This art picture still exist in today. The Babylon castle is still in the greatest country in the world at the ancient age. The country is very strong. Even USA, American, damaged this country in recently 20 years because the president or the premier of this country is very rude and treat their people very bad. So USA attacked this country. In today's country's name is Iraq. Of course, I think that city, that castle, might be in the world center because they have two big river around the country, around the castle. The country, Iraq, is surrounded by the two famous river. One is not Changjiang and the Yellow River. It's named Tigris River. And another one. They made the earth very nutritious. So they have a good plan. They have a good country product, can feed their people well, health enough. That country have a strong order from the king. If you do something wrong, the you means the doctors, the medical professional. If you treat the patient wrong, you must pay eye to eye and tooth to tooth. Oh, it's very serious role, but this role is from their king. Their king give this order about 4,000 years ago, 2000 BC. Eye to eye, tooth to tooth. So the medical professionals cannot do the wrong thing to the patient. If you treat the honored people's family and let the disease gone, you can earn many money. If you treat the people that one eye blind, then you must take out your eye to pay the patient. It's a punishment. It's a punishment. So you know, at that situation, you must very carefully do anything to treat the person. Treat the person not for earn the money. It is for you help the people. So the central thinking is very, very important at that age. In East, such as China, they have their herb doctor and the empire. This is Shen Nong Shi, we called herb doctor. He tried the grass, tried the herb by himself. Of course, it's a story. I don't believe it is true. But in the same as India's medical history, they use the herb, not a very strong medicine, but still keep the Chinese population big enough in the number, even today. So you must know, today we use some high technique to manufacture some precious medicine, strong medicine, and use some invasive procedure to treat the people. But the result not really good enough, because we must use much more strong medicine to cover the bacteria, the germ, the virus tolerant to the medicine you used before. So if you meet the difficulty disease, you must very trouble to solve the recent problem. But in India, in China, the old China, they only use some simple herb. They can still prevent some serious disease in the people population. So we must think about, is it all right for us to use some high technique medicine today? In China, they have a story about their beard and master person. His name is Guan Gong. Guan Gong is very brave because he is a soldier. He is a general. So even his wound caused by some arrow shoot his arm, he cannot say pain. The doctor take the toxic arrow without any anesthetic treatment, no anesthesia. But you see the picture during the doctor Bian Que or Hua Tuo treat this general. He is very, very painful. You see his face full of sweating and tear and runny nose, because it is very terrible pain. Why you need this kind of treatment? You must send today's any hospital. The doctor can give you anesthesia. You can take the toxic arrow without any painful sensation. But in that age, you must show your blame. You cannot show your weakness. Before he played the chess, you see, another not soldier, another official. He is not the army. He is only paperwork official. Oh, you see the face. The paperwork official is very shy. Oh my goodness, why you are so terrible expression? You are general, you cannot say pain. Oh, but our human body is very painful when you take something into my flesh. Of course, it is a very difficult thing, but the culture is let the general can say pain at that time. It's a ancient medicine in China. Of course, we don't agree with that. And in Taiwan's culture, the medicine treat you without any today's scientific medicine or medical procedure. You, of course, will feel be afraid of death. So you ask some temple or some priest to treat you. The method include fortune teller, include some religious procedure, but actually they are all no use. But it is useful for calm your heart, calm your mind, let you not so nervous, and induce your immunity when the time is going average. Some infectious disease through 1 week, about 7 days, and even serious disease such as bacterial pneumonia, such as Staphylococcus causing, Streptococcus causing, Pneumococcus causing pneumonia. In the ancient age, they don't have any antibiotics, but they can use some herb medicine, such as 當歸、青芪、蘇布拉、北丁、十全. That herb medicine can correct your poor immunity. Then you have a strong defense to that germ. The time being, then the disease is gone. So it is not poor than today, but it is always kind of faith, some religions thinking. We are really not agree, because in that diseases, between these diseases, they still have some serious disease such as acute appendicitis, peritonitis, heart disease, or some bone fracture. It's very serious. You must receive operation. In the ancient age, they don't have any operation skill. So you are going to die. You have no any help can cover everything. So, and some religion use the little guy. This is a puppet. Use this and use some needle to puncture this idol. It means I use this needle to kill the germ, bacteria, the virus, the parasite, etc. It's a kind of a feeling transformation. Psychology tells you do something to migrate your painful thinking. Then you feel better. You feel better, but not really cure, only get your body mind in good situation. It's a psychological effect. So they use the needle to puncture the idol. And some religion tell the priest or some pastor to wear the ghost mask and use this to treat the patient. Of course, some patient scared by me. The patient will sweating profuse. When they sweat profusely, the body temperature decreases to normal. In the beginning, your body temperature might be 39 degrees C, but after scared by the ugly mask, you got much sweating, then the body temperature can decrease to 36.5 C. It can say you are healed, not cured, but you still have some comfortable feeling. That is the age's medicine. This picture shows you in Christian faith, the priest or the pastor wear some mask. And the mask is some soft, not gold. Ghost master is scary, but this mask sometimes is more comfortable. They use this to dance, to sing, let the patient feel comfortable. And some woman's doctor pray for you. Then your disease, a part of disease gone. Of course, if you have a blood tumor, you still headache. You still will have a headache again. But if you only some psychological problem, you can use this method to decrease your anxiety, your stress. Then the headache is gone. So sometimes it's a kind of good medical treatment. No use any medicine. But the oldest operation method still performed by some strange doctor. They use stone, they use steel, can cut your body, let the pus come out. We said it is an abscess, I and D, incision and drainage. It's a surgical principle. Let your wound dry, so cut the wound, but not inside the abdomen. If you cut inside abdomen, then peritonitis will come. Then you will die, almost 100% die. So it's an ancient method. But in China, they have some special tool in the medical procedure. This is a jade-made puppet for the female patient to indicate where you are discomfortable, where you have a pain or where you have some discharge. You know, in ancient age, doctor, especially male doctor, can touch the female patient. So they must use something, let the female patient indicate, oh, my painful area, or I have a pimple in my breast. You see, this way, this place. Oh, and I have a hemorrhoid in my anus. In that time, you cannot take over your skirt or your underwear, that doctor, to see your vagina or the anus. As you use that, it's for medical use. And some tool is used for male boy, especially when they believe the Jews religion. You know, Jews religion is obey the Old Testament. They obey the Old Testament Bible. So Old Testament Bible told you when the 8th day of birth, the boy must receive the circumcision. Circumcision, it is a kind of penis prepuce. You must cut the prepuce of the glans penis area. Let the glans penis come out. It is some profit, because if when you do this procedure in very simple knife, even some instrument such as this circumcision knife, you only put the penis, the prepuce, in the knife's another side and let the knife cut small pieces. Then phimosis gone, no phimosis. And let the glans penis clean. You can have a bath every day. Then the glans penis clean. You don't have a HPV virus, human papilloma virus. It will let your female partner have some cancer in the cervix of uterus. So the hygiene procedure let you get help, and especially let the women avoid some cervical cancer. But it is not really you must cut your prepuce of a penis. Only when it is actually phimosis. If you can wash glans penis every day in bathing, then you don't do that invasive method to cut the phimosis. But old Bible age, they must do this. Even Jesus Christ, he did this in the 8th of delivery. It's a Jew's rule. You cannot against it. But they have a good method to let the phimosis hemophilia patient family avoid the phimosis operation. If you are cut the prepuce of penis, you bleed continuously to die because no factor 8, you still will die in long-term bleeding. The ancient age, they have any medicine to treat this. Today we only go to Red Cross, the blood bank. You can take the 8 factor blood. Then hemophilia is not a very dangerous disease, but in that age, it is really dangerous. So if the first boy died of the circumcision operation, then your family, another boys, no need to do this circumcision again. So it's a very humanity. And this is a knife for cut your vein to let the blood come out. It means some treatment method. You must treat the no way patient, no way to can cure his disease or heal his disease. You use the knife to cut the patient's vein. When you did this, some patients feel good, but I tell you, it is not really right away. Only some even you can go to a blood bank center to donate your blood. Then you feel good because too much blood inside your body, you will feel oxygen deficiency. Oxygen is not enough for you. So you can take out some blood and use your blood to help some people need it. Another needed patient is the erythrocyte. We say the red blood cell, very, very much increasing. That is normally our blood cell, red blood cell is 4.5 million per unit, but somebody 7 million red blood cell. Then too much red blood cell. Our body do not have so much oxygen supplied to the red blood cell. Then you feel lack of oxygen. You have a dizziness, fainting, etc. So the disease name in Latin language, erythrocytosis, or uh, some disease name we say the Vera. Vera means true, the true erythrocyte increasing disease. Only these two situations you need to take out your blood. But in ancient age, they use a knife to cut your vessel. It's a very strange method, but they did. You see, this picture means they are suffering from plaque. Plaque means 瘟疫. It means Black Death disease, especially in ancient age. They don't know why the city or country can die the people population near 50% in a very short term. The short term means maybe 2 weeks or one month. They don't know why, but they know you cannot to visit the patient, to visit your patient or to visit your relatives is a moral thing, good thing. But in the Black Death disease period, you cannot visit your relative, even your uncle, auntie have some fever, cough. It is forbid to see your relatives, because if you went to see your uncle, your auntie, when you back, you might be die in 1 day because you got the pestis pneumonia. Pestis means mouse. The mouse have some germ. We say the bacteria inside mouse flea. The flea bite the mouse blood. When they jump to people's body, the flea suck your blood and let the saliva's bacteria, we say pestis germ, into your body. Then the germ will let you got the pestis, we say some pestis bacteremia. Bacteremia means your blood, your whole body full of the bacteria. Of course, you will die very soon, especially you got the pestis pneumonia. When your uncle, auntie receive your apple, oh, he very appreciate you. Say, oh, thank you. Oh, one cough, let the droplet infection contain some pestis germ to your mucosa and to your trachea, bronchus, your lung, your alveolar, full of the bacteria. Only 24 hours you can alive. So it's very serious disease. Doctors didn't know the reason why, because in that age they didn't have any microscope. No, they only full of some theories, use the theories to treat the people. So you see, is it possible for them to treat the disease? Of course, no. You only let it be. But they order you in the health bureau center. They say, if your family member, somebody dead, you only covered some sheet or some clothes and put outside your door. Next day, the health department will let some people like come to carry your dead corpus and throw in the far away. Especially they dig a very deep cave and put some chemical such as Lysol, etc., and that your body buried in this place. Even the musician Mozart, when he died, he still received that kind treatment of his dead corpus, put inside the deep cave and covered some cresol, the, the chemical component. They can kill the germ. That's very, very poor. But you see, the people kneel down to the father, to the priest, said, my family member died many, but the priest, the father, tell you, oh, come down, my boy, my girl. It is God order. God let your family die soon because he or she will not suffer from the world disease suffering. Come on, excuse, we know. But in that time, you must obey the religious law and the religious priest telling. You cannot against them because the authority is very big in the church, especially the Catholic Church. So when the pestis come, the dead person, even no cave can bury it. You see, the corpse body is very shallow, covered by some dirt only. And this picture is very famous. You see the mouth full of whole room and even jump into your cover, into your body. The flea, of course, bite you and you have a black death disease easier. At that time, all the doctors, not really today's medical doctor, we say the medical professional, didn't have any way to cure this disease. They use a cut the vessel, let blood come out, or they give you some herb medicine. They give you some strange method, or even use some metal material such as mercury. Let you drink it, then you will have a high fever. When the fever is high enough, then the bacteria could be die. Use that stupid method to treat you. Of course, later the mercury intoxication inside your body, you cannot do any help method at the ancient age. That's very poor. Today, no, the pestis is caused by mouse flea contamination for the infectious germ. It is today's knowledge. Before 16th century, we really don't have any medical knowledge at that time. but the disease diminished later. Why? This place is the center of UK. In London, they have a fire. The fire is big enough that the firefighter couldn't finish, couldn't destroy the fire. Let the fire continuously for 2 weeks or 1 month. Then, surprisingly, the black death disease gone. Why? The ancient age, the medical professional thought, the contagious disease, the infectious disease, could be caused by some vector, but they don't know what is the vector. Today we know it's a mouse germ. It's a colic-like a bar, a stick, or some chopstick like. Before 500 years ago, they don't have a microscope can watch the bacteria, so they only guess some germ, some vector will cause this disease. And the big fire diminished everything, include some 忍者龟 turtles inside the drainage in the earth, under the earth. The under earth, the dirty, the mouth, the bacteria, the other insect full of. And when the big fire lasting for 1 month, then all the infectious disease caused, such as bacteria, germ, parasite, all was gone. So no disease again. At that time, medical profession understand. We know the reason. Some disease is not caused by, punished by God. Not God punish you. It's caused by some vectors, infection, contagious. So the brain changing, and the middle age, they have a Socrates, the greatest teacher in the Greek. He taught his student Plato, and the Plato student Aristotle. They have a very famous physiology theory, and teaching their disciple students learn many knowledge things. The same age as Socrates. We have a nostria of medicine. This person named Aristotle the greatest. Not Aristotle. Let me see. Socrates' friend. The greatest nostria of medicine. Hippocrates the second. Hippocrates the second, the doctor, is very famous. Even today, all the doctor or dentist, when they graduate from the medical school, they must swear before the photo. I'm not sure his photo is true or Hippocrates the second, but anyway, you must swear before the oath. You swear you are good spirit to treat your people equally. No matter they are rich or poor, no matter they are male or female, you see, male or female, there's some difference in the age. No matter they are king or poor people, etc. So the Hippocrates oath is still persisted in today. But we have changed some language, some sentence, because it was wrote. It was written that doctor must free to receive your doctor's children, teach them medicine. Oh, this is impossible in today. You must pass the entrance examination very difficultly and earn the degree. Then you can practice medicine. But in the age, you must obey Hippocrates the second's order. You are my students, so you must treat my children free. That's a very strange thinking. But anyway, it's a history. This is Hippocrates. You see, he's not very handsome, no, even ugly, but his thinking is very good and good enough to persuade us today. He discovered 4 diseases such as blood disease, secretion disease, and black disease, and some black gallbladder disease, and some yellow might be yellow bile disease. What is a black bile? What is yellow bile? Blood disease we know, such as bleeding too much, then the human will be die. And secretion disease might be you have nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. You have much electrolyte losing when you have a watery diarrhea alone. So the blood disease and the secretion disease we easily understand. But yellow bile disease, of course, is caused by liver and gallbladder systems disease. But what is black bile disease? Oh, of course, black bile means he watched your stool. The color is black. At that time, he didn't know, even Hippocrates II. He only named the tarry stool, black color stool, as black bile juice disease. In today's medical knowledge, we know it is caused by some upper gastrointestinal bleeding, such as gastritis inducing hemorrhage or ulceration, or some then destroy your tissue, let your blood rupture, then some blood meet your gastric juice. Gastric juice of hydrochloride. Hydrochloride let the blood change the color to black. So only upper GI gastrointestinal bleeding will let the blood turn the color to black. And when you passes the black stool, in today's knowledge, we know you lack of the blood very much. You must have a blood transfusion to save your life. But in that time, they didn't know anything about that, only watch the sign and symptom. So the Hippocrates, the doctor, the Hippocrates the second earned very famous and honorable uh, uh, compromise. It is his fortune. Not really. He understands. He understands everything. No, not really. And this Garen is a doctor in Roma, Roma's empire's doctor. He so-called the anatomy specialist. Anatomy is today's cut human's body to learn something about your whole body. But 2,000 years ago, the Catholic Church forbid person to open anybody's corpus. So nobody really understand your organs in which area and what function. So Garen, the Dr. Garen, even he was the empires of Roma's doctor. He didn't know real anatomy. He only used some cattle, sheep, horse, dog, etc. The animal's anatomy. Animal's anatomy, of course, very similar to human body, but it is not really just like. But he insisted. Then he taught the medical, especially anatomy, to the medical students, and wear tuxedo and work in a special staff. Means I'm proud, I'm an honored person, or I'm a knowledgeable person, etc. So this father of anatomy, Dr. Gallen, was criticized by today's anatomy specialist or doctor. He is a cheating person. He was a liar because he really don't know the real anatomy. He said our heart. Last week we understand the pediatric heart operation doctor in Zhongguo University. The picture shows everybody have a 4 chamber of our heart, but Galen doctor insisted we have a 3 chamber. Why? Because God tell you, not God, the religion tell you, God is 3 in 1. Father, Son, and the Spirit. So everything is 3. The most important thing, our heart, of course, 3 chamber. If you say 4 chamber, then you might be killed at the religious punishment. Very, very poor. So when you see the picture, this is a stem. This stem might be Alabius. Center position, sitting one, is Galen, and Hippocrates second is right side, and another doctor's God is another side. You see, Galen, the Roman emperor's doctor, is the most important one. Is it true? No, totally not. Of course, At that time, they still have some medical school, but I don't know what is their teaching. In Buddhism, they believe释迦牟尼. No, this is a soldier. They have a good health equipment in their country. Even they are very brave to fight other countries and control many countries at that time, but they still have some caused by fighting, cutting, etc. When they come back to their country, they can use the public bathroom. You see, they have sunshine. They have sunshine. They have windows. So the bathroom is very clean, not dirty, not full of bacteria. And they have a dig the drainage system. The water, dirty water can go out to the river. So of course, they have a public bathing room. Let them healthy than other country soldiers. And you see the ladies. The lady have a hot water in the bucket, and her clothes is very beautiful, not very rough clothes. The material is very soft. There's a rich lady. The rich lady can have boiled water, not boiling water, to bed. You see? So public health is very important even today. You must use public health knowledge to control today's new coronavirus, new SARS. So when you have enough money to build a good bathroom, then you will be healthy. You see, the gentleman married a lady. The lady must have their assistant to let her clean whole the body. The whole body cleaned. The last procedure is clean her feet. Her foot cleaned, then can send her to his husband's side. You see, this is public health knowledge. If the people didn't know the procedure, might be some OBS, GYN, obstetric and gynecological disease will transmit it to each other. You see, this lady is very enjoyable in dancing, singing, and the servant might be slave. They all wear the clothes. They cannot naked, because naked dancing in the sauna, the bathing room, is higher class person's power. Normal slave or servant, you even cannot naked to serve them. It's a good thing, because sauna, you have a good bathing procedure, some steam to you, and use the guitar or mandolin to enjoy themselves. That's a good thing. But if male inside this place, this bathroom, the ladies change their position to not an honorable lady. It's a whole girl. Whole girl, you see, they can sexual intercourse, public, use many kind of statue. Of course, disease transmitted in this place. Diseases, many diseases. In ancient history, Rome is killed. Rome was diminished because of mosquito. The disease malaria causes some high fever. Even in Japan ruled Taiwan, the Japan soldier fight with Taiwan army. The army of not very strong, so the dead person number in Japan is 164 within 1 month. But Taiwan soldier, the killed number about 10,000. But only 2 or 3 months, Japanese brave soldier, that number is 4,600, etc. They are very scared. We are not killed by Taiwan soldier. Why? Why they got fever and then dead? No reason. Because at the time, the Japanese doctor cannot find any reason. They don't know why. Of course, today we know it's a mosquito biting disease we call malaria. You have a fever. Especially we have a 1 day fever, 2 day fever, 3 days fever, and complicated fever, etc. 4 types. After the fever, you will be very, very exhausted and fatigued. So, Japan soldier died within 2 or 3 months. The number is 4,600, etc. You know, at time they are scared. They say that, it's Taiwan's custom, Taiwan's weather, hot and wet. So you must use tatami. Let tatami have some space down inside or just beneath, just under the tatami. They have a space that the air smoothly gone. And the Japanese officials think Taiwan is a raining season day very much, many days in raining. So the dirt water too much, let Taiwan's people and the Japanese people suffering from some disease. So they must have a constructor method. Let we have a passing tunnel in front of our house. Most of the house have that equipment, the constructor method. Of course, it's a good way, but it's not really finding the cause factor of Japanese soldiers die. Of course, we know it's caused by malaria, mosquito. The mosquito biting, that the saliva bacteria. It's not really bacteria. It's a kind of round worm. It will let your erythrocyte rupture. When the erythrocyte red blood cell rupture, you will feel chillness. After chillness, then high fever. So the procedure continuously let you feel very, very weakness and fatigue, even die at that time. Today, we don't be afraid of that. We have quinine or some quinine products cure your malaria disease. Fortune teller and some myth story tell you wrong knowledge about medicine. Believe or not believe is depend by you, but not good because no scientific method. The Arabic people have a more scientific method, but there's still some myths. They have some fortune tellers speaking about their body. They did operation of the hernia and the hemorrhoid, really cut your tissue. Why they are not caused death? I don't know, but I think it's fortune. They have many methods. Even our eye have some cataract. The cataract disease that you near blind, they use a chopstick and let the chopstick very sharp in the front, then touch your eye near the cornea and the sclera side to puncture it into your eyeball. Let the cataract drop. When the cataract drop, then you can see bright world, beautiful world again. Of course, you have some near sight. The degree is different than before, but actually you still can see many things as you are young. So operation method is very famous and very successful because they are very brave. They they can did anything they like, but it's very dangerous. They have some suture method, some acupuncture method, some operation method, even our nose operation. The operation might be for the sinusitis and might be for the cosmetic, for the beauty. They did many things, but they do operation is very dangerous because that time they don't know bacterial infection. So you use a saw to cut somebody's leg. Even you killed some bleeding or necrosis or gangrene, but later the bacteria in the sore and the wound area cause you sepsis. You still will die several days later or several weeks later. It's not scientific. So doctors will thinking why. In the ancient age, when the baby delivered, some difficulty happened. The midwife used the forceps to take out the baby, but not every baby can take out. When you have a difficulty of labor, they let the lady head down and hang in the rope and use the knife cut your abdomen into the uterus and let the baby come out. At least you can save a young baby. If you didn't do this procedure, mother and baby also would die. So it's a real cesarean section in the very ancient age. And this way, this method, let the head down, that the abdomen and the leg in the upper side, just let your blood will not go out very much because some blood is still in your head. The brain is saved by the enough oxygen. Even the ladies after operation, she faint or coma. But this 1 or 2 days, the lady wound healing spontaneous, and the blood is still in her blood, so she will not, and the blood is still in her blood, so she will not later. So we call the ladies after delivery, they must have a 1 month resting. In Taiwanese, we say the 坐月. So the cesarean section is successfully part of the method in that ancient age. At the ancient age, if you are psychiatric patient must put in the chair to turn, that you faint, that you dizzy and vertigo, then you will not meet the other person, or put you some chair that you sit in the chair, then you will not go out. The limitation of your action is the only method. Sometimes they use a rod to knock your head and beat you, that you faint or coma. Is it the method treated the psychic patient? Very cruel, but it is true at that time. You see this picture? Take out your blood is the beginning of the health, the spirit earth, the spirit clouds. Oh, in that time, when you take the blood and especially you let many neighbor to come to see you. In the first time, the professional specialist or professional medical person let your hand put in the warm or slightly high temperature water, that your vessel engorged, and when they use a knife cut your vein, the blood will spread out. The direction is north or south, is west or east. It's meaningful. It's meaningful. What a ridiculous thing. But it was. You see how to treat the psychiatric patient. Very, very cruel. You see, use steel, penetrate the psychiatric patient's leg, so the patient cannot attack the prison's official. It's one kind of method. Why they did that, we don't know. But anyway, it is ancient method. We cannot let the wrong thing happen again. Through 1543 AD, the famous anatomy doctor one name is Da Vinci. dead neonatal. And his friend, Versalius, they cooperated to cut human's body to watch every organ and draw it. The drawing picture still kept till today. And there's some picture, the actual really one, sent to Taiwan in the museum. Watch it before. So the medicine is beginning from the real anatomy. Of course, later they have many discovery, especially by the Italian people. Rome is so strong that they have many ambitious doctors discovered many things. So we must thank them. If without them, we don't have today's real medicine. But they still kill many, many people. Of course, it's very sorry, but without this trial and error is very important. So today we use some scientific method to research some virus, even such as new coronavirus 19. 19 means 1919. The new coronavirus means new SARS, and it is another name, Wuhan pneumonia. Today we are very afraid of this disease, but I tell you, very simple. You just wear the mask in this spreading period. The disease in the beginning is nothing in Taiwan because our quarantine is very good enough. But some China, Hong Kong, or Macau's people come Taiwan, they didn't know it's a very serious new mutations virus causes Taiwan bigger scarcity this time. But actually, not so scared. You only put your mask. And when you tell things to others, the distance long enough, over 2 meters, then the droplet infection cannot harmful for you. But somebody says there are some airborne infection. Of course, they have, but not very much cases airborne or some explosive smoke-like infection. Very, very few cases have this kind of infection, but not very much. Don't be afraid of that. And another most important things is you must wash your hand frequently, especially when you touch some material outside your house. You didn't know, even you in your house, your guests, your relative visit you, do they have a virus in their hand? Did they wash their hand very thoroughly? I don't think so. So don't shake hands with others. Don't touch anything without washing your hand. You must go to tap water, use soap. You must use soap. Only use the 75% alcohol is not good enough. It is the way only killed the bacteria. virus in your hand, but still have some dirty things in your hand, you must use soap, because soap have some absorbed ability, and the solvent can let the bacterial virus gone with the tap water, running water. So it's the second most important thing. The third important thing is you can if you can, you don't go to the people very crowded area. You can watch TV, watch movie in your house. You can call Uber Panda to send food to your house. You don't need to go to restaurant so frequently. Of course, you are here and you didn't wear mask, as my knowing. You are very brave, but actually, the community contagious, community sporadic infection not come out yet. That someday, if the governor official tell you our country is really community spreading infection, and you must wear the mask whole day in the outdoor. Of course, you can check your body temperature by yourself. If you don't have any fever and you don't have a no sputum cough, dry cough is the first sign and symptom with the high fever, not runny nose. When you have a much sneezing, runny nose, and a sore throat, that might be not new coronavirus 19. You only got another common cold. But another epidemic flu, we got the shot in November or September. This year, from October to December. This shot prevent you got H1N1 infection. It's a swine flu. Swine means very strong pig with the tooth, very ugly. The swine flu is happened in Mexico, the America's backdoor. America feed the rich earning dogs and pigs development. They don't use the nourish in their garden. They use a back garden in Mexico. Several years ago, happened H1V1 infection. They don't say new epidemic flu. They only say swine epidemic flu. At that time, pig's price down. No one eat pig meat. Pig is pig, not swine. So it's a wrong name. The name is wrong. Let the production down their cost. But in 1918, happened a Spanish flu. It's the same virus as swine flu. At that time, we don't any immunization injection. We don't have that medicine. So the dying number in mainland America is about 50,000. Let me see. Let me see. 500,000. 1918 Spanish flu. That person's number in Taiwan is 60 million. In America, 500,000. 500,000. Taiwan is 60,000. So the death rate is very, very high. The total death number is near 50,000 at 1918. 1918. Even Spanish king was died at that time. It's very terrible, contagious infectious disease. Today we don't be afraid of that because we have a vaccine. But the mortality rate, the death rate is still very high. Till today, America have about 6,000 people die in H1N1 epidemic flu. Epidemic flu is not a common cold. The bacteria is quite different, only have a HN group. That's A epidemic flu. And we have another B epidemic flu. Now that's epidemic flu is a seasonal epidemic flu, not very serious, but another H3N2, these 3 titers. This year we use 4 titers injection, contain another strong B epidemic flu vaccine. Of course, it's expensive than before. One dose is $950 Taiwan dollars. Before, we only have 3 titers vaccine. The cost is very low, only 450 only. So it's quite different. Anyway, I tell you the medical story that you understand the scientific procedure of medical knowledge gradually increasing. And we got the good scientific, especially scientific. Scientific means you can repeat the experiment. You can repeat the method to verify it is true. The P value less than 0.05. The paper, the calculus, the P value lower than 0.5 is good one, is useful one. If the P value is very big, then bullshit. Don't believe that. It's very scientific. So we must today's our government method, the quarantine, the prevention of this plague. I think we will earn. We not a cheating government. So let you have a peace heart to face this serious disease. Okay, today I share you, and I hope you healthy, hope you wealthy, and have you totally health. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.